reports in a while, so we are going to do a weekly report before I head to work. Before we get into it, you know the drill, you know the deal. We're going to do some channel maintenance, some channel hygiene. So, if you're new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back. Oh geez, if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you're old here, go double check, make sure you subscribe, hit the like if you like. Leave a comment, it could be anything related to the video. It could just be a hello, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I have like my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever. For every dollar to help size, it allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know not everybody can come, but you can't say you weren't invited. The link to my Patreon is down below, and I post a lot over there. If you want extra content but you don't want to leave the channel, you can join channel memberships by clicking join below or going to my channel page and clicking join. Sometimes you have to do that from a desktop, but that is content that is exclusive to YouTube members. I actually have rings on today. I don't know how long that will last, but they're on for today. Alright, so weekly reports. I haven't done them in a while, so if you're new here, it's something that's kind of big in like the planner world, and now kind of YouTube now too, but it's going over your last week. What did you read? What did you eat? What did you play? And then I add the W for watching, because I think that's pretty important. And then obsessed about. What are you obsessed about? What do you recommend? What did you treat yourself to? And then my S is a couple successes that I had for the week. And I have them in my handy dandy notebook. My 2025 Albany Cheat Weeks. So, what was I reading? Oh my god. Lights Out. I picked up on Libby, so it was a audiobook, Libby, on Lights Out. The author is Navessa something, but oh my god, it was so terrible. I'm never reading another dark romance again. I gave it a shot. It was so bad though that I couldn't turn away. It was like listening to two, you know how, well, I work at the high school, and you know how like high schoolers have to turn everything into a sexual joke. That's what it was. It was like Sausage Party, dark romance. It was so cheesy. I know a lot of people loved it, and good for you if you did. This is just how I felt about it. It was so cheesy. It was so stupid. The plot was mid at best, because it was like supposed to be a dark romance kind of thriller too. Nah, I do not recommend it, but other people do, and that's how I even landed on it. I'm like, oh my god, I've heard so much about this book. I'm gonna give it a shot. Do I have regrets? I mean, I'll never get that 13 hours back, but now I know I'm not gonna try any other dark, comical, thriller romance ever again. And then I'm still reading. I'm about halfway into Dragon Crawler Carl. Dragon. What? Who am I? Like, what am I reading? Dungeon Crawler Carl. And Dungeon Crawler Carl is like a big series, but I just have book one. And it's about a guy who something happens to Earth and to the world, and he has to go into these dungeons to survive. And it's essentially a game show, like a galactic game show. Not game. Yeah, it's a game show, but it's like a video game down there. He's like in a video game in these dungeons, and there's all kinds of creepy things, and it is horror. Like there's gore, there's drug dealing llamas, there's like this pig roly-poly warthog thing. Like, it's horror. It's a little silly, and I am enjoying it somehow. Will I continue this series? Well, I'm only halfway into this one. I think that I would like to do one on audio next. What have I been eating? I got a hold of somehow I came across sourdough pasta on the Target, was not good. I don't know why. We haven't been to that place in like a year. I don't know why we go. You know what? It does have atmosphere. That's what I said. I was like, at least this place has atmosphere. There's like karaoke. There's volleyball outside. It's done up cool, I guess. So that's the draw. And they have good wings. But I didn't get the wings. I got chili and a sandwich. And my son, my little one, got nachos. They were terrible. My husband got the wings, and they were good because that's what they do. They do good wings. I'm back to broiled chicken thighs, which I took a long break. I don't know why. Past couple months, all the chicken I've been getting has been disgusting. Like dry, chewy, disgusting. I was like, you know what I haven't done in a while is chicken thighs, and those are rarely dry or chewy. So let's go back to chicken thighs. And so I've done them twice in the broiler, 10 minutes per side, and then I have my dill seasoning that I got when we were in Milwaukee. And it's been okay. Playing, what have I been playing? Sunday we spent a couple hours playing. It's like a SpongeBob Mario Kart. I don't know what it's called, but it's Mario Kart, except it's Nickelodeon characters. So you're kart racing with Nickelodeon characters. And it was hard, but I think I'm just pretty good at Mario Kart. So me and my little one played that for a while, and then my 18-year-old, she came in and saw what I was playing, and she's like, ooh, she goes, I used to have that for my Switch. Can I take that and play for a while? And so both of them ran off and played that game for a while. Also tried to play Smooshy again. Smooshy is a little mushroom game, and I love it, but I'm stuck. I'm supposed to like crack this rock, and I can get into the toolbox, and I can get the tool that I need, but I can't grab it. And so I asked my 18-year-old if she could figure that out, and she couldn't either. So I feel good and bad. I'm like, okay, so it wasn't just me. But also I'm still stuck. I have to ask my son, my adult son, if he can figure it out for me. And then my son the little one had a picnic for us. He just threw a blanket outside. He brought a bunch of granola bars out there. We had a picnic, but it was sweet, and he set it up. He hosted. So that was cute. And then I decorated my new Hobonichis. Because yes, my new Hobonichi order is here. And you see, like last year I didn't really decorate. I just stuck a dog cover on it, which I do love, but this year I did stickers, and I might get some charms for them. Maybe not. I don't know. What was I watching? Okay, last week was really terrible at work, and I just needed to watch something really cute. And so we rewatched My Melody and Kurami, which is on Netflix. It's so cute, even if you're a grown-up. I beg of thee, when you are having a tough time this week, just put on a couple episodes of My Melody and Kurami. It is so visually adorable that it will put you in a better mood. So we rewatched most of that. if you are swamped right now with work, with family stuff, if you guys are getting sick, sickness is all around. You don't have to decorate for fall or Halloween. Put out 1 or 2 decorations and be done. You don't have to do it all every year. So, I'm not doing that much this year. I pulled out my bigger things, and then I did a little bit on my coffee table. That's it. And then also, if you're stressed, if you're whatever, like I said, my Melody and Kurami, or just watching cartoons over the garden wall is a really good one to watch this time of year. Reading fantasy, reading things that are totally out of this world as a little escape. What have I been treating myself to? At first I said, sorry, that was my alarm. At first I said nothing, but then I thought a little harder, and I did get a couple things because I get my Friday coffee before work. And then I got some new pens. And I got 3 new pens or 4 new pens. Individual. This is the Prussian blue. 0.5 live work Prussian blue, yeah, I guess that's it. For 14 plus year olds. Okay, don't get this to a 13-year-old. You never know what could happen. And then I got a few new Switch games, which include